So we're proceeding on from where we left off. I just killed the Capra demon and I went straight into the depths. I'm using a soul arrow here to pick out these hollows. They can put up quite a fight if they come in numbers, especially in our low level and our low output of our weapon buff. But I'm gonna be exploring. Let's see what loot we can get. The fidelity of this game is pretty good on the remaster. It's just, I wish they could just bring back the original game and not change the fundamental mechanics of it. Just upgrade of the quality, and that's it. They've done a mechanical change, especially with the PvP, which it's alright, but it's redundant now because the servers are all dead. Still have my great hammer. Eventually we're going to be working up to use that when we get enough stats. I'm still sick, as you can hear. Sickness isn't treating me too well these days. I'm hoping flatline a week. Not to flatline my life and die, but I'm saying flatline the cold within a week. Hopefully that goes away. It's a typical time it usually happens. Torch hollows, I've realized the 60 FPS have not made them as torturous as the 30 FPS Xbox 360 version of this game. They're sort of tolerable, as opposed to the 30 FPS where the hitbox, when it lags, it goes crazy. I am getting some render shortages where the footage stalls. I can't get around that with my setup. It's either, live with it or just not make videos, because I need to buy a better CPU. I got an i7-770K and it's still making my videos lag. It's just pissing me off, the whole situation. But just keep making. I want to keep it at a frame rate of 60 and 1080p minimum. It's the standard I want to keep with all my videos going forward, because I want to keep the quality there, and it's measurably good. So these butchers, they have a chance of dropping their sack. I'm not sure if it's a fixed rate, where if you kill the last one, you have a 100% chance of getting it, or if it's a random farm. But I get one straight away, and I'm very happy because they don't respawn. There are only two places that they can spawn, here and there's one that ambushes you. But I can't believe I got it on my first go, because the only way to get it, if you don't get it, is to restart your playthrough. We get our large ember, which is pretty good for upgrading. See, we got some ambush dogs waiting for us. So unfortunate. In the water, where it's all sludgy and you can't move very well. So I'm trying to lure him out. I don't want to battle him on his terms. We've got him out, but with a slither of health left. I'm hid behind the column. I don't think he could see me. There we go. He's gone. We got our souls. And interestingly enough, there's another one. The corridor, it won't let me hit him due to the fact that it's just such a short area. I can't. My head hits the roof. So we're gonna go around and see what we can do. There he is. Hey, buddy. Oh, we aggroed him. And we're gonna take him out. You can parry him. I'm not sure about that hook, but butcher knife can be parried. Excuse me. Except we do no damage because I didn't two-hand it. And just basic telegraphed attacks are easy to go around. Boom. You can even bleed them. That's a good sign. These are female. These are meant to be female. So I'm not sure what that's about. We've made him bleed. And lucky enough, we picked up a second sack. That's pretty lucky. And I only have one humanity on me. My item discovery is pretty basic, with no boosting stats. Here we can grab ourselves some cool pyromancies, because pyromancies in this game, you don't need to be any level, no faith, no intelligence. You can use them wherever you are, whenever you are, which is it's very good if you're just scraping by. Don't forget the blobs, which they can only be, the only good way to take them out is through fire. So I'll just grab a fire bomb in our inventory and just take them out. There's no point in wasting your time hacking away. There's just so many, and you just need to fire one good fire, then they're gone. And a torch hollow just creepy around the corner. Took him out. Should give a safe way towards the depths. We would like to cover the depths here, but we're just covering the first half of the depths. As I run into a mistake somehow. Ceiling blobs. Just sheer number of them is just too many. And that attack from the hollow, that I feel like you can escape that easier in 60 FPS. Whereas in 30 FPS, you'd be locked there and you'd be taking all the hits because the frame rate would stutter on his sprint towards you, and you'd be taking all those hits. So right now we're traveling through the depths. It's a really cool area. I really appreciate this area. It's like one of the most memorable areas of Dark Souls for me when I first started playing. That's why it has such a resonant feature towards me. This area, especially in this time of the year. Now these rats, if you need humanity, these rats are a great way to farm it. If you want to get to that 10 soft cap humanity, just always cut on you. You just want to use the bonfire and just kill these rats. I feel early game, that's the most efficient way to accumulate humanity, is farming the rats. Because you can get them later on, but that's just way too far out, and by then you'll be carrying lots of humanity from boss fights and from picking them up. And obviously from PvP if that was still available. But I'm gonna cut it real with you. I don't think PvP is ever gonna come back for these old games. They're just gonna be looking forward, and that's the most, because they've sacrificed these servers to keep the Elden Ring servers afloat, and that's the most detrimental thing any developer can do, just to cut off their old games. I'm so angry at that. So we're back here. I had to rest at the bonfire and just understand what we're doing. So I realize now we've actually got to go and kill the giant rat. We're going to kill the giant rat, and because he has the key, we do not have the master key. We've started with nothing, which is typical ideal for your playthrough. Like, you want to explore. You don't want to just have a free pass to everything. There has to be boundaries set in place in order to actually appreciate progress. And I've realized this rat has the key to the oh, I made a mistake. We're just gonna run back. This rat holds the key to the bonfire room. Oh, basilisk. We're gonna follow the little rat. The little rat's gonna take us to safety. We're gonna ignore these enemies because we hit like a wet noodle. But we've opened, we're gonna, there's a shortcut there we can open. And we've just been invaded. So, I'm thinking, it says this guy sells the master key. He doesn't sell it till you ring the 2 bells and he's in Firelink. And that's a detail I forgot. I thought we'd have an open ride getting the master key here. But he doesn't sell it till you ring the 2 bells, which I formally appreciate right now. Because of the fact is, we're gonna go scraping by with what we have, and that's gonna make it really fun because we're gonna learn new things that we weren't privileged enough to learn before, because we had, you know, easy strats and time-saving strats. It's a difference between a playthrough and a like a walkthrough or a playthrough, like, or a speed run. This is typically just like a playthrough format, which means we don't need the master key. We're just gonna be playing through at the pace, at the most longest pace that this game can offer, and we can scavenge by grabbing each key necessary in each area, which they've placed relatively kindly where the keys are. Like, the key to that bonfire is right a couple rooms next to it. You'll see that theme throughout the game. You'll find the keys that you need aren't too far away from where the actual locked door is. We didn't get the barbed sword here, which I don't. It would have been nice to grab, but well, I just saw the humanity meter go up 1 after picking up the bloodstain, which is good. I'm stuck here. I'm not sure what we're doing, but alright, so now I know what we're doing. We're getting that key. We're gonna go rest at the bonfire. So we're done messing around in the depths. We realized we're not as powerful as we led up to be. Oh, see the battle axe in his eyeball? That's crazy. It's all chewed up and mangled. The giant rat. I guess that battle axe came from someone trying to kill it. They lost grip of the battle axe in his eyeball, and they couldn't get it out. It's in too far, and then the rat just eats him alive. I guess it's that corpse with the key on it that probably had the battle axe. Let's see, what does the rat drop? Oh, good, a humanity. Good. We need those early on to keep our buff stat up so we can get more item discovery. Not getting the gold serpent ring till much later. So we're going to use up our souls. We'd like to level up our vigor and endurance mainly, because we're going to let the non-stat boosting weapons carry us early on, so we can focus on our main core stats, which is our health and our equip load for better armor or whatever, what have you. Whatever you feel like doing. If you feel like venturing through the sorcery route, then I'd just say health and intelligence, or health and faith, or health and strength. Whatever thing you want to do. If you want to sacrifice wearing the equipment load, but just go naked and run around with a great axe. See, this is unfruitful. We do need something with fire to take these things out, or we just should ignore them entirely. It's unfruitful. They don't really hit too hard. I'm still sick. I'm hoping this flu goes away. I'm eating my vitamin C tablets and I'm eating my mandarins, but I'm not sure if... Maybe wishful thinking, hoping it goes away overnight, using these remedies. I wish I had like a catalyst remedy from this game and just cast it on me, I'd be alright. See, I'm happy to see rats, because they drop humanity. But at the same time, I'm just thinking I want to get out of here. I just want to get out of here. We've got our key, and the rats, 3 hits with our resistance so low, could get poisoned easily. Thinking of doing a playthrough where don't level anything unless resistance is leveled all the way to 99. That would be a really cool playthrough, but that's something for the future. So that's the wrong way. Yeah, so it's all the way at the left. I thought it would be easier. In my mind, I thought the middle was the area that... But I realized that reminds me of Elden Ring, how when you go down, things like that, it's always in the middle. And the sides are all cut off. But we make our way around to the bonfire. Scope it out. So the depths aren't really what I favor right now. I'm not feeling it. We don't have strong weapon. We haven't upgraded our Morningstar. We haven't visited the Undead Parish yet. So if you're following through along in your playthrough right now, we've got our key. We can go use this bonfire. But the weapon, it's given us enough leverage to use as opposed to whatever we started with a bleed auxiliary effect. But it's not hitting like we need it to be. It's wasting our time. So we got to go venture out throughout the world and find a better weapon. Now, I'm leveling my vitality. My head tells me that the best weapon I could use in this point of time would be the jagged ghost blade. I saw it does have a 1% drop chance from these ghosts in the New Londo ruins. So I'm just giving it my all and seeing if I can acquire it. I would like to have this weapon. I'm not sure what the audio is doing here when I captured this gameplay. As you can see, it's not necessarily a bad run, but we're talking like at least 3 to 4 hours worth of farming, which on stream, on the video, it'd be nice to watch, but that's thematically you wouldn't want to see it. And in terms of sustenance, these ghosts do drop 2 curses each, so each run would give you around at least 1. You'd be getting more transient curses than using them up if you're farming these ghosts. So that's a good way of saying you're never going to run out of transient curses farming these guys, as long as you have that one startup transient curse or a couple to keep you going. You're not going to run out of curses, you're just going to run out of patience trying to get these jagged ghost blades. This is a good strat. If you kick down the ladder to the right and just kill them all in the room, the big bounty of ghosts, and then there's another big bounty where the banshee would be when you go up to get the seal key, and then you just kill yourself and then come back, get your blood stain, and then go ahead and kill them. So you keep your humanity while you're farming them, instead of using a homeward bone or a dark sign. You just kill yourself and then retrieve your blood stain and then just go farm it all again. Run out of ammo here. And we're stuck with that Morningstar, which honestly we could go better. So at this point my head's thinking maybe a Zweihander would work, but we would need to level our strength up a little bit more, which trying to conserve my souls at the early game to get what we need. So the Zweihander would be nice, especially if we put some enchantment on it to make it hit better with our low stats. But in my head I'm thinking there has to be a better weapon, and obviously down here we can get ourselves a really cool weapon. Apparently the best weapon in the game, and it does yield auxiliary bleed as well, which is another, I don't know who thought of that, but the Dark Souls 1 version of this weapon is the best in the whole series, and that's why I like it, because it keeps it real. And I'm getting tagged by this guy. He would definitely bleed as well from the Morningstar, but you see the punitory damage we're yielding to this character. We got that 190 bleed, but it's hitting like fragments of his health, which is, if you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, this is efficiently not the best way to go. We've lowered the bridge. We want to tag this bonfire, but in order to do so, we'll just have to save quit. There's a little shortcut here when you move around. You can jump down to the lower ledge to navigate down to where you need to be. Because ultimately we're trying to go and get our weapon of choice for this part of the game. And this weapon, honestly, I couldn't turn to something better. This weapon saves my life dearly. Saves my sanity of the first playthrough. Would save your sanity as well. So at this point, we're just navigating through the catacombs. I did get lost because, again, this is the first time I'm playing in like more than 3 years. And it's, yeah, 3 years. And 3 years ago, I just played a little bit. But I'm just trying to figure out, we can get ourselves that illusory wall bonfire and not get killed by skeletons. I'm panicking. So we've got the bonfire, we've save quitted if the skeletons followed us in. And we're in the med part of the area. We're about to get our weapon, and as you guys probably understand what the weapon would be, I missed it there just to get the trap because I forgot where it was. I'm making my way back up. There it is. I see the I see the shiny there, and I'm thinking, oh god, I missed it. But we're gonna pick up some. These souls come in clutch along the way because it gives us a little bit of a boost of money to if we're running around with 0 souls because we're dying in the catacombs of these necromancers and 200 skeletons with bleed scimitars and these fireballs. Like, we're gonna lose a lot of like stuff, which is okay. You don't have to worry about it. Just play. If you're in a hard area, play it like you're gonna die, because nothing is more stressful than losing what you work so hard to get. So spend up all you got and then just play it like you're about to die. Bounce him off the shield, which is perfect. And I see another guy following me, so we're gonna stand on this hill, make sure we're protected. Gonna get him out of there. No coming back from that. No resurrecting that. So we've got our main weapon, the Great Scythe. This thing is pretty much gonna be our bread and butter if you're starting off. If you're gonna play a first playthrough, even without, I haven't leveled any strength or dexterity, we can still two-hand this as a wanderer. And if we're using raw stat scaling upgrade, see, it's not doing too much. It does need a good upgrade to it. But if you're using raw stat scaling upgrade, we've got enough to two-hand it, and it's gonna pretty much talk for itself in terms of the damage when it comes to upgrading it. We're gonna drop down here. We need to grab this green Titanite shard. See that shiny down there in the distance? There's a little ledge here, and then we drop down again. We pick up our green Titanite shard, and just like any weapon in this game early on, especially in Bloodborne, but any Souls game or Elden Ring game, you want to start out with a fire upgrade. Because for some reason, fire in all Souls games is detrimental. Like, it makes enemies stagger, it makes them jolt, it gives you so many opportunities when you're killing them. It's just easy mode. So I want to pick up at least, I think, 9 Titanite shards. Whoa. That distorted audio. That wasn't on my end, that was on the game's end. So we've picked up those souls, which allowed us to get just enough, see? And the Necromancer gave us 1,000 souls as well when we killed that guy. So it's good to urge out all these enemies that you can. I'm using up all the souls that I can. See, I got a couple more. And we've still got our 30 soul arrows, but they'll hit like a wet noodle. I wouldn't even rely on that. Only as a ranged thing. Especially early on if you want to use it up. If not, we don't have enough intelligence to scale with it. There's a scale based thing. We need 9 Titanite shards to get our Great Scythe to +5. In order to get it to +5, we need 9 Titanite shards. Once it's +5, we can ascend it to fire with the green Titanite shard. Now the leeches in Blighttown, they drop large Titanite shards and 5 green Titanite shards upon a kill. So you can get this to plus I think the +5 fire super easy. All we need to do is go to Blighttown. We got ourselves a +5 fire, and you can make any weapon +5 fire. Perfect for our first start. We're gonna be cruising through. I'm being safe. I'm only buying exactly what I need because I don't want to overspend. We've got ourselves our +5. We're gonna modify it, ascend it to a fire great scythe. So we're going from 150 to 260 damage. We're going, yeah, and plus it adds fire statistic to it. Uh-oh. He's blurring my ear again. Alright, so picking up where we left off, we got ourselves a +5 scythe. I'm sorry, yeah, +5 scythe that we turn into fire. Thinking about getting that 14 strength, although, is it really needed? Let me two-hand this thing and get ourselves a really good, it's got good moveset, let's just put it that way. R2 and running attack movesets are pretty fucking cool with this weapon. So we're gonna escape the death gauntlet. Not sure how well we can fare up in this area. Yep, just turning side by side. Just watch where they go and go the opposite way. That's how you get away from these guys. Don't even contest. See how they're going straight there. Keep it easy. See, we don't want to be fighting Pinwheel with the Morningstar, because that would go on for too long. And as you can see, I've already tried fighting with Morningstar and I ended up killing myself because it was such a long fight. I couldn't be screwed. But we're just taking these guys out really easily. Now that's good damage. That's good damage. Yeah. Take this guy out. And so yeah, we got blasted by fireball. That's, see how many they've spawned? You gotta watch out what's going on. You get blasted by 200 fireballs. Hopefully we attack the real one. And we've got ourselves the Rider Kindling. Now we could either get one of 3 masks here. Fortunately, I got the Big Daddy. And at this point we want to be, I'll just put it on. I know there is different types of armor sets down here that we can collect. I'm not going anywhere close to the Giant of the Tombs yet. Don't think we need to go there. We don't really have, there's not much for us to get there. I don't think we need anything there. We're gonna be making our way out of here. Slowly but surely. We've returned back to the ledge where we popped down earlier. Just outside the Pinwheel boss fog, and dropping down outside of Vig's workshop. And there's this corpse over here that I forgot to grab earlier. He drops the cleric set. I'll be using the holy robe on my character as of now. Just pure aesthetically wise, it looks good with the mask and the scythe. But we've got ourselves some upgrades, guys. It should carry us through a couple more episodes, hopefully. And I want to wish you guys the best of luck and best of health coming throughout this time, because I'm not feeling too well. But we're gonna push up through, pop those souls, and you know, we can spend that on our health. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get our health to 33. That should be good enough. We can start working on other core stats. But that's it for now, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and peace.